And he made it. Hey everybody, it's Grant and welcome to another video on building to sell that real estate. This is a beautiful home build. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is 2,225 square feet living, but the overall under roof square footage is 3,100 plus. It is an absolute gorgeous house. It's gonna sell for right over $380,000. It's going to make this homeowner so happy. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So we're gonna take you inside now, but hey, pro tip, whenever you have somebody actually signing on the house, take your shoes off before you go in their brand new home, right there. So the first thing I wanna talk about in today's video is this door. They went with a solid wood door. It's very, very nice. Has plenty of natural light coming in, but I think this door is a really nice contrast to the house, and I just wanted to compliment it real quick because it's actually my favorite part aside from a few other things. Come on inside. So let's talk about what led us up to this point. So I bought a subdivision back in 2020 where I bought 18 lots to build 18 homes, to build them, to try my hand at selling them versus keeping them in my rental portfolio. It has gone crazy good. And what happens is this was sold as a plot of dirt and a plan to a customer under contract to be able to go build them their custom home and make them very happy. So what you're gonna see in today's house is gonna be their taste, their flair, what they wanted to add, what extras they wanted to put, and how it all comes together. So let's go into this house and show you how it came out. This house, they actually painted a bluish, tealish gray. I tell you, I never thought in a million years gray would come in so many different shades, okay? My apartment gray is what I call it, but it is a beautiful gray. This one's a blue gray. And honestly, gray's the way to go. I know everybody's kind of complaining, it's just a gray box. But like, dude, the gray box looks good. And I think the gray box is gonna look good for many years to come. The next thing we're gonna talk about aside from their paint color choice was their accents, right? The kitchen, the accents, there's so much that you're gonna see in today's video. And I really like how simple it came out, but how beautiful it really looks. So let's talk about this beautiful kitchen. They went with a 3 cm heavy duty slab that is absolutely beautiful. I think it's Mont Blanc, but I could be wrong. Mont Blanc has a little bit more defined lines, but it does resemble Mont Blanc, which is what I'm thinking about doing in my own house. When it all comes down to it, they went with that stainless steel appliances, that white cabinetry. When you do a white cabinet, right? So understand, you could use a actual wood, you could use a pressed wood. There's a ton of ways to do it. Personally, when we do our builds, we like to do a low grade, actual real wood, which means that it doesn't matter what the lines look like in it, as long as it's not gonna swell in the event they get a little wet. You don't wanna have that in a very luxury home. That's an expense that we take on that a lot of customers don't get from a lot of custom or spec home builds. So these cabinets are real wood, but we actually get a very low quality wood to paint over them because you don't need to worry about having really pretty grain lines and things like that for the stain to show through. So there's another pro tip right there. They went with the very nice modern cabinet pulls, very large cabinet pulls. They're rarely in right now. And then also they went with that beautiful subway tile that's just everywhere right now. Shiplap and subway tile. Everything looks like main squeeze. Right? I don't know if you ever seen my juice bars, but basically that's what everybody does in their houses now. Let's show you a few more things. Also, I really like what they did here. They went ahead and added some open doors, right? Some glass. And it's very nice the way it sets up. Really lets you show in a few things. You don't want to do too much glass though, because a home buyer doesn't want to have to put fine china across their entire house. There's a few things that you might want people to display, maybe some pots, a vase, a teapot. My grandmother collected them, so I actually still have some of those in my home, right? And you want to put a few things. Makes it kind of look nice, but you don't want to put too much glass. Like where my house had so much glass when I first bought it, I ripped all that out, right? The new one. So another thing when you're building spec homes, you don't include things like the refrigerator or the shower door. It might sound like you're cheaping out on your customer, but truth be told, you're gonna put all the fixed appliances and let them be able to go put the other stuff. The shower door part, that's mainly because it's a super big expense, and I'll cover it a little later in this video. So this is like a butler's pantry, is honestly how I see it. The pantry is right here. A butler's pantry is basically a part of your pantry that's kind of a little hallwayed off area where you might put the microwave, or you might put some things to have your serving area where they can grab it and bring it out to your guests. Normally don't see something like this in a house that's sub $500 to $1 million, but I really think it's neat. Keeps the microwave out of the field of vision, keeps your kitchen just looking really nice, and it gives you a little bit more counter space, which I know the lady of the house, and if the guy likes to cook, are gonna absolutely love. I'm a big cooker, so this area would be great for me. People can come serve here and keep your kitchen clean, and you clean a smaller area that you're gonna serve out of. Still gives you more top cabinets and the rest. I'm talking a lot about it. I think it's cool, but let's move on to the rest of the house. So another thing that we try to do in these houses is to make sure there's enough natural light. Our home buyers are always on board for more windows, more doors, and that's a big cost when it comes to doing a project. This is their dining room. I really love how everything's going. I don't love how far the chandelier hangs down, but when you have that table here, you won't worry about it anymore. Right now, it's a head hazard. But this beautiful window really accents the place, and I can't wait to show you the next thing that I really like when they did. But remember when I told you I took our shoes off earlier? Because we care. I actually just came up with an idea with me and my assistant Brett and our contractor. I'm actually gonna make some mats that go at the front of the doors, the garage, and the back entry to the house. That way it just says, please remove your shoes when the house is at this level. I want our home buyer to walk in with their real estate agent, have a wow moment. They go, man, they really are taking that extra step versus having that nick on the wall or that dirty floor. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it looks absolutely atrocious. I'm taking my shoes off as the person just building it for them. So I don't understand why my team is not doing that as well. So right here, there's dirty floors. I told him, go buy a Swiffer, get this done. I'm about to go sign over to the house to the home buyer, and I don't want them walking into a brand new house with a dirty floor. So those little things don't mean a lot. They mean absolutely everything. I want to show you this accent as well. This accent right here matches the front door. And honestly, I'm digging this part more than I've dug anything else in this house. I think it's really cool. And I'm looking at it going, I might need to do this in my house. And I love building these houses. It gives me so many more ideas, and hopefully it does the same for you. So here we are in the living room of this house, and aside from a dirty floor, this place came out beautiful. I love this built-in, you know, it's this perfect place for the biggest TV you could possibly ever put in there. It's got the glass fronts where you can display some nice stuff, or have the receiver where you can use the remote where it still sees it. I really think they hit the mark on this. This is custom built right here. It was actually brought in, built in the shop. We like doing that because it's better for the homeowner if we can build it and they can show us what they're looking for. It's gonna cost you more, but you have that perfect piece of furniture that just really goes in with everything else. Also in this living room, we did a really nice crown molding, very, very clean lines, and these beautiful 3 windows and that beautiful glass back door that really opens this place up. So this patio is gonna be a good size for entertaining. It's gonna be easy to keep clean, and it's gonna be really nice to keep you out the rain if you wanna come outside and enjoy yourself. And also, and for buying a house for $380,000, or about $383 to be exact, they also get a half acre of property. Now, only bad part about half acres of property, you gotta build a fence, right? Or you don't have to. I prefer my privacy. This place is gonna be great for entertaining, great for the children to grow up, play in yards. And I also found one more thing that's kind of bothering me right now. This part over here needs to get picked up. I'm gonna have to tell my contractor as well, like, man, get it together. We cannot leave a brick pallet of bricks right. They might tell me, hey man, they want to build some columns, but that ain't enough to do shit. So this house needs to be perfect when the homeowner comes in, because you don't want to make sure you make the house great. You don't want to make sure that you add as much value as you possibly can to get the absolute best price, but you can't drop the ball when they take over the keys. Those little things, like I've said a few times in this video and a million times on my channel, don't mean a lot. They mean everything. And if he don't get on board, I'm gonna have to make sure he does, or find someone that will. So here I am in the other half of the house where the kids will live, or the rest, right? This is a 3-bedroom house. Normally when I build them myself, and they're not pre-sold, I do a 4-bedroom, 2 or 2.5 bath house. That half bath needs to really be on a more expensive house, because I mean, you're talking about more plumbing, more toilets, more cabinets. There's so much expense going into a half bath, you might as well make it a full. But this part, they actually did a 3-bedroom house. So we are sitting here in a 2-bedroom side, and we're gonna take you to the main bedroom, right? Everybody's changing words these days. But, you know, I still think master bedroom's cool, because I built this place, I bought this place, I'm paying a large mortgage, I wanna feel like the master of my castle. But hey, I'm not getting political there, just kind of making a statement. But here's the thing. Actually, you know what? Comment below what you think, right? Should be main, should be master. I wanna hear your thoughts, right? So this bedroom right here, you are looking at a very large, spacious bedroom with a beautiful big window. And I really like the floors. I like the color. I like the trim color. It really has that nice contrast. On this side right here, you have a beautiful bathroom. The mirrors haven't gone up yet. I think they missed the mark as far as versatility and usability without doing a Jack and Jill. This is the only bathroom on this side of the house. And now you know, if you have 2 children, one has to wash their hands versus both of them getting ready. That's mom yelling more, dad being late, you know, to get in the car. He's sitting there in the car, and it's just adding some chaos. So don't forget to try and put that jack engine. We offered to the home buyers, but they decided to go with this. They like the look of it better, but don't always worry about the look when it comes to versatility if it's gonna look relatively the same. Down this part of the hall is the other bedroom that's also very spacious, has a very large window, and I really like how we use the use of space right here to do this part. And then what they did here was they added a nice linen closet, got a nice light in there. I think we went with what I told them to do, yeah. So now, I use can lights for virtually 99% of a house build. Let's go at 96%, because you're still gonna have sconces for the bathrooms, you're still gonna have chandeliers or some kind of accent lighting in the kitchens and the dining rooms, but everywhere else, besides a ceiling fan, pass. I'm putting can lights in closets, I'm putting can lights everywhere. I've been doing that for about 12 years now, and it makes it so much easier, way less headache, and I don't have to pick out the pretty sconce. No, can lights. And then now, with can lights and LEDs, they are all set up to where, pro tip, they last for many years to come, and most of them come with a good solid warranty. So when you do these things, don't you be screwing in normal bulbs. These actually come as assemblies. They just plug right in. You can put another one in there in its place, or you can do the actual can light assembly and then screw a bulb, but that's more work, more effort, and more responsibility for the builder and the homeowner later. With the laundry rooms being used right now, so one, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the house. It's what they wanted to do, okay? I still don't, no. This is a no for me, but it's going in the YouTube video and not in the housing portfolio of things to show clients. This is still. So here we are now in the main or master bedroom of the property. We have that really nice vaulted ceiling, very, very cool. I think we missed the mark here without putting crown molding in this room and here. I'm gonna be talking to my contractor about that. Even if the client doesn't want it, I really think we should have pushed it because it just feels like we're missing something. These double doors, I think that double doors are the most appropriate thing to do in a house. I don't love how small they are. I'm actually struggling with this in my new home. So comment below, double doors or one single door this size, because my brand new home, I'm actually gonna have these double doors in my closet, or I'll have one big single door or no door at all. I'm kind of leaning between all 3 of them. So comment below, I'd love your help because I like this look, but the doors are a little small for me. But when they're open, I think it looks that much better. So we actually have his and her closets on both sides of the bathroom. Very spacious, very nice. The mirrors are actually inside this one. We're gonna be hanging those up, which I don't understand why they're not already hung up. I feel like that's something that's gonna bother the homeowner. We're gonna have a serious talk today. Also, you have his and her sinks, which is very nice. Spaced out. His, of course, be a little smaller. Hers always a little bit bigger. That way she can have a little more counter space for makeup, hair, all the rest. Now, let's talk about this big, beautiful, spacious tub. Like, I want to show you guys how big the tubs need to be. Oh yeah, creaky, because I'm a big, big boy. So, I am a 240-pound dude. 235? 232. Let's go with that. 232, and yeah. What is this? Why is this here? So much fussing that's about to happen with me and my contractor. Very nice, spacious shower. I like the way they did things. I really like the accents that they changed up. I think it's really nice. You're probably hearing a huge echo, so you know, it's really all I gotta say for the shower's nice. And he made it! So the last thing I want to touch on when you get to these projects, one, it just feels good when they start pouring the sidewalks and the driveways, and it's just darn ready to go and just ready to close. And then I tell you, it's just that sigh of relief. So remember that even when you're stressed out about these projects, if they take a little too long, or if they're finishing on time, which this job here actually finished the fastest of any build yet. I'm telling you, Brett had a hard time when I kept saying, hey, we got to do the B-roll. He was like, we got time, right? And then it just blew fast, right? So honestly, normally he's been taking 8 months. I think he built this one in 5.5, which I'm super proud of. And if he can keep coming at that pace and actually delivering a solid project, as we learn, we pick up these new little details, these new things. I fuss about stuff, so they do it right the first time, because I will fuss. Ain't that right, Brett? But all in all, the last thing I want to talk about is this here. Now, functionality and convenience were something that the two homeowners didn't really care about as much, because of course somebody could drive into this or bump into this, or it makes it a little harder to park into. You know, I personally think it's amazing looking, and it's also spacious enough to get in there, but still, but I really love the way that it actually makes the house look. It's a beautiful, beautiful point to add that extra pitch, which costs more money, more time, more effort, more material, but I really love the way this looks. I love how the house turned out. I love everything about it. So, all that being said, I don't do outros anymore, but I still kind of tell you bye. I believe in you 100%. I know you can do anything you set your mind to. Never let anyone say any differently. Like even when you decide, can I do build and sell real estate? And you can. One of these days it's gonna make some money. But in the meantime, you're gonna keep doing things, keep going great. I'll see you on the next one.